Starting another recording. Let's see if I can tweak focus better. Atmosphere is getting a little unsteady. Let me back out to 100 and go back to positive. There's a sunspot right on the edge at about 7 o'clock position, and the filament's at 8 o'clock. When you go to inverse, and then increase the exposure, there's a lot of detail. Wow. Starting a continuous snap again. Now let me go back to 150 zoom. Wow, is there detail. And those are coming right out of the sunspot region. See if I can play with sharpness a little bit. Fifty actually works the best on that. Let me try now doing a mean stack of 4. Get a stack of 2. Very interesting detail. I'm going to move the mount over to get it and the other sunspot in the same field of view. That's pretty incredible. That's what it looks like in a positive. Neat look. Lots of interesting detail. This is the MalinCam StarVision camera on a Lunt 152 single stack, about 0.65 angstrom. Pressure in the pressure gauge now is about 11.5 psi. I'm going to try to tweak the pressure to see if that changes the way the palms look. I'm dropping the pressure back down to see if that helps. I went up to 13, now I'm down to 11. And around 11.5. I'll go back to the positive. As I was saying earlier, the prominence right at the left edge is part of a filament that's extending onto the surface, and the spikes at about 7 o'clock are coming from a sunspot that's right on the edge of the sun. I'll decrease the exposure. And then you can see the filament on the surface and the sunspot at the bottom. That's the source of those rays coming straight up. Let me zoom in again, higher power. Longer exposure. And you can see right where that sunspot is on the edge, you have those long filaments coming straight up. I think that was a cloud. There's a little thin puffy cloud. Thicker than a thin puffy cloud. Yeah. It's passing away. Should be clear shortly. That was the only cloud in the sky. Let me see if I can get sharpness better. The ground is heating up, so it's getting a little unstable. And it's really hard to try to focus at this magnification. That's about the best I'm going to get it. And I'm going to drive up the exposure. Hey, Sam. I'm saying there's a filament on the surface at about 8 o'clock, and there's a sunspot right on the limb at about 7 o'clock, and another sunspot on the surface right at 6. Well, watch at the sunspot at 7 o'clock when you increase the exposure. You get these nice little spike prominences coming off the sun. I can do an inverse. Atmosphere is really heating up, so it's I went to 200 times zoom. You can see the atmosphere bouncing. And there's that nice prom at 4 o'clock. So I can move over to it. This one has changed shapes dramatically since I started watching it earlier. But as you can tell, the surface is really soft today. It's a nice blue sunshiny day, but the detail is not there. It's hard to get anything focused. That doesn't look too bad right there. Mm-mm. Yeah, Sam, for a change, finally we had some clearing. It was pouring until about midnight last night, and then I guess the front came through and it cleared up. Maybe later on today the atmosphere will stay down once everything warms up. Louisiana. Some people think the LA is for Los Angeles, but it's Louisiana. I'm about 40 miles north of New Orleans. CFL, is that Central Florida or Chiefland, Florida? Okay. Oh, the other cloud that was up there. Central. Okay. Y'all are supposed to get some rain in a few days from that tropical depression, storm, whatever. I saw the path they were predicting went right over Chiefland, Florida, and Gainesville. As much rain as we've been having here in Louisiana, we don't need any more rain. Okay, where did that cloud come from? It'll be drifting off shortly. And then I'm going to shut down the broadcast and maybe try again later on. Hopefully, everything will have heated up and it'll be more stable. Because right now, everything's just bouncing like crazy. I was about 50 miles east of where the major flooding started. The major flooding started near the I-12, I-59 intersection near Hammond, Louisiana. And then from there over to Baton Rouge is where it really was bad. We had rain here, but nothing that caused flooding.